Welcome to the next session of energy audit and management papers. Earlier, in first session, we have completed the requirements of motors, that is selection of motors in industry, and how to control the cost of energy bill by controlling power factor and maximum demand. Now, in these sessions, we will consider the different aspects along with the measuring instruments required for conducting the energy audit. Now, measuring instruments required for conducting energy audit: measure 500 volt, 1000 volt, 2.5 kV and 5 kV for taking IR values, multimeter, energy meter, avometer for frequency measurement, tongue tester, arc testing measure, power factor meter, maximum demand indicators, voltmeter and ammeter, pressure transducer for pressure measurement, and load tester to check capacity of cell. Avo means combination of ampere, ohm and voltmeter. Then vibration measurement by accelerometer, load measurement by using load cell, torque measurement by strain gauge, displacement measurement by LVDT, speed measurement by analog tachometer, water flow measurement by rotometer or venturimeter, temperature measurement by radiation pyrometer or thermometer, airflow measurement by vane type anemometer, water level measurement by ultrasonic level transmitter, illumination measurement by lux meter, and hydrometer to test specific gravity of electrolyte of a battery, sound level meter for measurement of dBA level to measure the noise, trivectometer measure true value of kVH along with values of kWh and kVARH and for kV of maximum demand, phase sequence meter, potentiometer used for accurate measurement of a low range unknown EMF up to 1.5 volts. Then as per NEET, above instruments will be provided by concerned authority or by energy audit management team who will conduct the audit as per terms and conditions stipulated in contract. Now, for energy audit conduction, the following points to be take care. First, selection of cable. Cables means conductor cover with insulations. So we have to select proper size of cable and as per workload or as per load in the industry or where we have to conduct energy audit, the load considerations, total load considerations, total load consideration. Total load connected with the feeder is always not in operations. So main cable to be of higher size according to total load, but individual feeder is according to the motor fitted with the feeder, because we have to maintain the leakage, no leakage in the cable. If any leakage is there, that means heat loss will be there. Due to leakage, heat loss will be there. Now, heat loss means energy loss. So, if say in a house wiring, insulation's level to be considered. How to measure the insulation level? This is earth point. This is phase or line, and this is neutral. Say. So we have to take measurement between earth and neutral by multimeter, and it should be within 2 volt. That means permissible level is 2 volts. If it is more than 2 volts, then mean leakage, insulations leakage is there in the wiring cable, and the loss will be there. You are not using the actual, you are not consuming the actual power, but power will be indicated in the meter, energy meter. That means loss of energy due to insulation level down. Similarly, in the cable also, we have to select proper size of cable. Proper size means according to the load, main cable to be higher size because total load will be there, but in individual phase or individual individual subfloor, according to actual load means according to motor fitted with the equipments or plant and machinery, cable will be selected. If we select the lower size cable, then cable will be heat up and the heat loss will be there. Ultimately, this is the loss of energy. So cable selection is a vital point to save the energy cost. And accordingly, we have to measure the system insulation. What do you mean by system insulations? System insulations means system insulation. System insulation means the feeding power in a substation. Say feeding power in a substation. In a substation by transmission line feeding power. Now we, from this substation, individual load will be there, distribution load. Now the substations, the incoming power is coming, so we have to cut down from this incoming power by a switch, main switch. So main switch will be in off positions. Then we have to take total insulations of this industry or plant and machinery fitted with these substations here from feeding point, and it should be 1 megohm, at least 1 megohm. IR value of the total installation will be 1 mega ohm. 1 mega ohm is permissible limit. If it is more than 1 mega ohm, okay, no problem, but it is, if less than 1 mega ohm, then there will be problem. That means insulation of the total feeding line with cable is not good enough. So these are the systems to consider the cable selections. Now next point. Now consider the illuminations. For illumination we have to spend energy. So sufficient illumination is required. It is not more than requirement or not less. So illuminations is one of the vital point to be considered. For good illuminations, the color of the wall or ceiling will be main point. Color of the ceiling will be white. No dark color is considered for the wall or ceiling. For illuminations, nowadays we are using LED. LED means it is very cheap, also maintenance free, and life is more and giving more illumination with less energy consumptions. So we now prefer LED. But for study room or for office building, it is better to use tube light. Tube light for study and administration building, main office, where tube light is required for illuminations. For illuminations, we have to maintain some things. Something is that the reflector to be in good condition. Then, if reflector is damaged, then you have to replace the reflector for proper illuminations of the system. Also for street or for road illuminations, we use tower. The one is relation is there between height and the horizontal length where light beam can go up to. That means if height of this tower, that is where bulb or light is fitted, then it is 7 foot. Then last point of the illuminations, that is comes in about 10 feet. 10 feet distance, and this is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. This is the ratio. Now we can measure what is the illuminations positions in this roadside. That will be measured by lux meter, and some already measurement given in the list. We will see the list now, but before that we have to set, if a street light given in the big road, that means width of the road is more, then in a tower both sides we can fit the illuminations, the bulb or light. Nowadays we are fitting LED. Halogen is now obsolete because it consumes more power. LED or sodium vapor lamp, it also you can use. And for yard, tower height will be maximums, and for the roadway, for proper illumination, maximum tower height will be there. Now I am giving you the chart. Now here you can see one chart is there where indicated that the illuminations required for particular places one by one. Workplace of heavy machines, that is horizontal 15 lux and vertical 25 lux. What do you mean by horizontal or vertical? If lux meter will fit it in horizontal positions, the illuminations level in digital lux meter you can see if it is 15 lux, that is sufficient for this workplace of heavy machines. And if we fit the lux meter in vertical position, then it will be 25 lux at least. If illumination level is less, then we have to provide more illumination by providing more light in this region. Or if it is more than this, that is waste of energy. So we have to look up to this point. Similarly, for in drilling operations area where drilling requires, it is only 25 vertical lux. Area where drill hole exists, only 15 lux. Manual workplace 15 lux. Horizontal 16 lux. 25 lux vertical. Faces where loading and unloading and transfer of dumper, truck, train, it is 15, both horizontal and vertical. Operated cabin of machine 50 lux horizontal. Road, rail haulage, truck in pit, roadways and footpath from bench to bench and pavement. Permanent workplace 10 lux for horizontal only. Crusher, feeder breaker 40 lux horizontal. Hand picking points 50 lux horizontal. If conveyor fitted, then conveyor transfer point, drive and tail and 40 lux horizontal. Along conveyor 20 lux horizontal. If CHP is there, coal handling plant, then place of crossing, scanner, segregation, loading, unloading 40 lux horizontal. Operation point in CHP 50 lux horizontal. Other places in CHP 20 lux horizontal. Pump station 40 lux horizontal. Substation, it is more vital. Substation is 100 lux horizontal and 50 lux vertical. Other places, operation of open cast project of electrical plant and machinery 20 lux vertical, 20 lux horizontal. First aid station 50 lux horizontal. If rest shelter is there, that is 30 lux horizontal. Workshop 50 lux horizontal, 50 lux vertical. It is same like substations. Parking yard 50 lux horizontal. Giant working areas as determined by management or manager is 10 lux horizontal. Now illumination level in different parts of building. Entrance always 100 lux, all are horizontal. Living room 300 lux. Dining room 150 lux. Bedroom general 300 lux. Dressing tables and bed heads 200 lux. Games and recreation room 100 lux. Table games 300 lux. Kitchen 200 lux. Kitchen sink 300 lux. Laundry 200 lux. Bathrooms 100 lux. Bathroom mirror 300 lux. Garage 70 lux. Study room 300 lux. And if workshop is there, 200 lakhs for small workshop. Now after this we are ending these sessions. Next session will start later on.